In this video, I'll show you how to get 1,000 reviews at your restaurant in just a couple months. Obviously, reviews have a huge impact on potential guests choosing your restaurant over the competition. When people are searching on Google and they see a restaurant with 50 reviews or a restaurant with 1,500 reviews, which one are they going to choose? Obviously, it's the one that has over 1,000 reviews. So this video will show you step-by-step exactly how to do it. Please implement at your restaurant, and I hope you enjoy the video. So guys, today we're going to talk about how to get 1,000 new reviews. Couple just stats to explain why this stuff is really important. About 95% of people consider reviews when making purchasing decisions, right? Pretty obvious, right? How many times have you gone on Amazon and bought a product that has bad reviews? Probably never, right? Nobody ever does that. And it's the same thing for restaurants. So just want to show you this quick visual here. What restaurant, this is a question for all of you, what restaurant would you rather visit? Okay, take a look at these listings, these reviews. What restaurant would you rather visit? Would you rather visit the restaurant that has 3.5 stars and 32 reviews? Right, this is assuming you don't know about the restaurant at all. You're brand new. You're just finding them online. You're searching for Italian and you find this online. Okay. 32 reviews and 3.5 stars. Or would you rather visit the restaurant that has 1,700 reviews and 4.7 stars? Right? Pretty obvious. Everybody's going to say Tavernetta, right? And so I'm going to teach you guys a technique that you guys can do really easily in-house to get 1,000 reviews pretty quickly. We even have one of our clients down in Mexico. He has not even a restaurant, it's just a small food cart. And they got 209 brand new 5-star reviews in just 1 month. So if a little food cart can do it, you can too. As I said today, there's no cost to this stuff. I want to tell you just a quick story about how we implemented this technique right away. About a quick story with me in Las Vegas about a year ago. I was at a boxing match in Las Vegas. I went there with my business partner, Mike, his fiance, my girlfriend, and we had a great time at the boxing match. And we had a couple tequilas during the fight, and it was a great time. Woke up the next morning feeling a little bit under the weather from the tequila. And so I went to go get like the hydration IV things, right? You guys have probably heard of those. So I'm laying there at the IV station, just getting rehydrating, resting, starting to feel better. And the nurse comes up to me as I have the IV in my arm, and she's like, "Hey, if you leave us a Google review, we'll give you this pack of B12 vitamins for free." It's just like this yellow package of liquid vitamins. I don't know what it was, but she's like, "We'll give you this for free if you just leave us a quick Google review. You know, there's a lot of IV stations in Vegas, and we're just trying to stand out more." I said, "Cool." But the thing that she did that made it so easy for me to do this is she just put a QR code like right in front of me, like right in front of me as I'm laying there. She puts a QR code in front of me, and all I had to do is just take out my phone, scan the QR code, and then within about 3 seconds, I had left her a 5-star review, and I got this extra B12 vitamins, right? So I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. We could do that for our restaurants. So kind of a funny story. I'm just going to explain how this technique works. And guys, there's a lot of different ways you guys can get reviews. I'm sure you have some techniques already. But again, if you're under 1,000 reviews, we got to really focus on doing everything we can to get you over 1,000 reviews. Okay, 1,000 really, really good reviews. So this technique works in 3 different parts. It's really, really simple. Number one is your staff can have these cards with the QR codes on them. Okay, really exactly the same things I'm showing you on my screen here right now, right? Your staff can carry around these like business card type things with the QR code on them right here. Okay, they can put them in their pocket, they can put them, you know, whatever material they have. This is not something that needs to just be out in the open all the time. This is just something the staff carries around with them. Okay, so number one, the first step is having cards with QR codes on them. Okay, the second step here is the staff has to ask the guest for a review. Okay. You guys can get a lot of reviews from things like asking people via email or asking them with a text message. That stuff does work, but it works even better if you have a human being who's right there with them, asking them kindly to leave a review. Okay. So number one, the staff is going to have QR codes on them on this little card. So then the staff is going to ask the guests for a review. Okay. And so when the staff is asking the guest for a review, obviously we want to make sure that your staff is asking people who are having a good experience, right? They can clearly see that the guests are enjoying their food, they're enjoying their experience there, right? So the staff is then going to ask the guests for a review. Now, this will most likely happen at the end of their dining experience, okay? Or if you're quick serve, you could do that right at the point of sale. You guys can customize how you do this, right? But there's three main steps. So cards with QR codes, the staff then has to ask the guests for the review, okay? Kind of how like that lady asked me when I was getting an IV. Hey, we're having, would you mind leaving us a review? And then the staff then has to, again, present the QR code, right? Present the QR code, like put that kind of in front of them as they're asking, because then it makes the guest way less likely to say to say no, or we want to eliminate friction, right? That's why we have these QR codes, is because it's all about eliminating friction. So if we just ask the customer or the guest, hey, please leave us a review, they might not, they might just be a little lazy, right? That's how people are. And so if you force people to go on Google, have them type in your name and then leave you a review, you're just going to get a lot less reviews. You're going to get a lot less reviews, okay? So that's why we use a QR code. This will link directly to your page, your Google page, where people can then click like 2 buttons and then leave you a review very quickly. So it's really slick. This is not a rocket science technique, guys, but it's about implementation. Okay. So and then the third option, the third step here is an incentive. Okay, this incentive piece is optional. You can decide if you want to give guests an incentive to do this or not. The lady who gave me the IV, the B12 vitamins for free, that was her incentive. She says, hey, we'll give you these B12 vitamins for free if you leave us a review. For her, for the IV station, I'm sure that the B12 vitamins were pretty cheap, so they're cool giving that away for free. Okay, so you guys can do the same thing. You don't have to ask for, you don't have to give an incentive. You could just simply ask guests to do that, or you can give them an incentive. So the incentive would look something like maybe a free dessert. Okay, maybe a free dessert. Maybe it's a $5 gift card to come back in the next time, right? That'd be pretty cool. So that could look something like the staff says, hey, I saw you guys had a great experience today. We're trying to get more reviews on our Google page. Would you mind leaving us a Google review? And if you do, I'll toss in a free dessert for you guys. I won't tell the chef, I'll just comp it, something like that, right? And then again, present the QR code. Most people will say, heck yeah, I'll leave a review. And then, they get a free dessert, in exchange. So you don't have to do the incentive, but obviously it might work in your concept. Just, keep that in mind. You can decide what you want to do. Okay. So again, 3 steps. Staff will have these QR codes in their pocket or with them somewhere. At the end of the dining experience, they see that the guests are having a good experience, and they say, hey guys, would you mind leaving us a Google review? Put the QR code, kind of present the QR code. You don't have to stuff it in their face, but like at least just take out the QR code so they see, like, and scan something. Most people will go like, oh, sure. Take out their phone, scan right away. Okay. And then the third option here is an optional incentive. Okay, optional incentive. Okay, so this process here has nothing to do with collecting leads, collecting contacts. This is just simply getting people to scan and end up on your Google page. One other thing I would encourage you guys to do for your staff, right? This can be fun, right? This can be a fun staff contest. This can build morale with the team, but also make it work better too. So I would encourage you guys all to make it some sort of staff contest. Okay. And so whoever gets the most reviews, they get a bonus from you at the end of the month. or at the end of the quarter, however long you want to do this. So you could say, you could talk with your staff and say, hey, we're having this contest. Whoever gets the most reviews, whatever waitress or waiter gets the most reviews, you're going to get a $200 bonus from the restaurant, right? Whatever you guys want to do, okay? And you're probably wondering, well, how do I track this stuff? How do I know who is getting the most amount of reviews? Well, when your staff is asking them to leave a review, your staff can say, hey, and just mention my name, right? Mention my name. So in all your reviews, you can say, they might say something like this: the food was incredible. Our waitress, Jennifer, was amazing. Okay, something like that. And so every review that has the word Jennifer, you can then, of course, just go look through your new reviews. Hopefully, you have a lot of them, and then you can tally this up, and you can see who wins. So that's kind of how you can track who is getting the most amount of reviews. All right. Okay. So again, a staff contest. It's kind of a fun thing that staff can do. Incentivize your staff, build morale. It's a good team camaraderie thing. Okay, guys, I just have a few slides left here. One other thing I would highly recommend as well, Nathan and I had talked about this on the last call, is there's an SEO hack that I'm going to fill you in on here as well. Okay, really cool SEO hack. So when guests are leaving a review, if they mention the menu item they enjoyed, it also can show up on your Google searches. Okay, so just like I said here, when someone is saying the food was incredible, our waitress Jennifer was amazing, if the guest says I'm just going to make something up, the spaghetti was incredible, right? Our waitress Jennifer was amazing. This is better because this is a keyword. Okay, this keyword spaghetti is going to now show up sometimes when people search for that word spaghetti. Okay, so you can see in my example here, I actually did this where I live in Denver, and I typed in the word hamburger, okay, because I was looking for a burger restaurant near me. And then this restaurant right here came up on my searches, but there's no hamburger in the restaurant's name, right? It's just called My Brother's Bar. It's actually like a little dive bar. They have like these really greasy hamburgers. They're really good. But one of their reviews, as you can see here, it says, quotes, the best hamburgers in town. Okay. So again, this is an SEO hack. So when people are typing in pizza, burgers, chicken wings, and your reviews are talking about that keyword, you have a higher likelihood of ranking higher on SEO. And of course, just getting more new customers from people who are typing in things like hamburgers or whatever your keywords are. Okay. And you don't just have one menu item, right? You probably have a lot of menu items. And so this is a really, really nice hack when you're getting reviews. Make sure your guests are mentioning that menu item. And you can even tell, definitely tell your staff to tell them, hey, mention that cheeseburger you got, right? Mention that chicken piccata that you got. And this whole video is going to be recorded so your staff can watch this video too. But imagine you're ranking for SEO for all your menu items, right? If you have a bunch of different menu items and you have reviews talking about every single menu item and people type in near you that keyword, you're going to have a higher likelihood of ranking for that. So it's super cool and really simple, really, really simple stuff. Okay. So again, I think this stuff is pretty clear. It's not rocket science. Again, guys, this stuff is not like super technologically advanced. It's just the implementation and it's the strategy that needs to be deployed in-house with the staff and making sure that they're asking for these reviews every single time. Okay. Imagine this, right? Imagine, let's say you serve, I'm just going to use raw numbers. Let's say you have 3,000 covers, right? Let's say you have 3,000 covers in a month. You might have way more, you might have less, whatever, 3,000. Okay. And if you ask every single one of these visitors, right, for that review, imagine if just like, let's say just 10% of those people who visited you actually left a review, right? That's 300 reviews every month. every month. And then in 6 months, if you're getting that same amount of reviews every single month, you'll have 1,800 reviews in just 6 months. So again, you want to ask yourself the same question that we've talked about before. What restaurant would you rather visit? The restaurant that has 1,700 reviews or the restaurant that has 32 reviews or 200 reviews, right? People make decisions on reviews, okay? And this is a really, really big deciding factor. Yav's got a question. Do you find Google more famous than TripAdvisor or Yelp in the UK? Obviously, we're focusing here more on Google. Yeah, guys, as a default, I would start with Google, okay? All the review platforms get traffic. So, whether you like Yelp or not, there's still people who use Yelp a lot to get food recommendations. So definitely, and also Google, Apple Maps integrates with Yelp. So Yelp is huge. I would start with Google, do that for 3-4 months, get over 1,000 reviews, then go to the next platform. Okay. This is something you guys don't have to do forever, but again, the more reviews, the better. So if you have 1,500 reviews right now, 2,500 is going to be better, right? So either way, but again, the numbers thing makes a big difference. So we need to make sure that your staff is pushing this all the time, right? With every single person, the more scans you get, the more people you ask, the more results you're going to get. It's all about, this is pipeline metrics. Basically, we're going to ask a bunch of people, and then maybe 10% will do it. That's totally fine, right? So again, this recording, I would highly encourage you guys, share this recording with your staff so that you don't have to explain it. Well, explain it yourself too, but you can use this video as a backup with your staff if you want to. And just to show you a quick visual of kind of where this fits into the customer journey, the guest acquisition experience. We've created this like pyramid type looking thing just to give everybody a visual of like what's important when it comes to running a successful restaurant. So obviously the foundational stuff at the bottom, this is obviously going to be like margin. Like, right, what are your margins? Are you making healthy margins? Because if you have good margins, then you're going to be able to make more money from all the customers that come in, right? If the restaurant has 2, 3, 4% margins, you're just not making that much from the new customers you do acquire. But if you've got 15, 18, 20% margins, some of our taverns do like 40% margins. Obviously, all the sales you get are actually hit your bank account, right? So here's where we are on this pyramid type looking thing. In the middle here, it is reviews. Okay, this is just a really, really big piece of the equation. What we like to just stress and preach to all of our clients is it's not just one ad campaign that's going to make or break your results. It's not one text message blast. It's a combination of a lot of different things done really consistently, right? And the reviews part of this is a big piece. So again, 1,000 reviews, over 4.5 stars. On future workshops, we're going to be talking about the importance of content, right? And the importance of these other things as well. Guys, that's all I have for today. That's all I have. Definitely want to make sure you guys get these review cards. Again, getting to 1,000 reviews can really, really help everything, right? It can help you across the board in so many different ways. So we are going to start doing these workshops weekly. We'll do one the same day and time next week. So the next week's topic is going to be a different topic. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here.